Okay, so here's the image ready to cut out. Go to the pen tool. Now here's how you set the pen tool. Up here, you need to go to settings and make sure rubber band is checked. Okay. And now I just zoom in. Actually, I'm going to add a brightness contrast layer just so it's easier to see the edge. Oops, wrong one. Down here. That one. There we go. And just make it real bright. That makes the edge easier to see. And now I have the pen tool, again, set to rubber band. Make sure this is checked. Just zoom in. And start clicking. Now make sure you just click. Don't drag like that. Don't drag like that, just click. Now if you accidentally drag, you just hit undo. Edit, undo. And so you can keep undoing the points or redo them. So if I undo that one, undo that one, undo that one, that's really neat. Really, that's why I like the pen tool, because you can undo the points too. Alright, so I'm just gonna click around. And to drag, I'm holding space bar, which gives you the hand while you hold it, and then you click, drag, release space bar, goes back to the pen, make a point, hold space bar, click, drag, release space bar, make a point. That's all I'm doing. I'll just go all the way around. I know it's not a perfect curve, but we're zoomed in so close that you won't see the, you know, the little corners here that it makes, right? It'll just look like a clean curve. Okay, So let's say I accidentally put my point there. Well, I'm just going to hit Control Z to undo that. On a Mac, that's Command Z. And put a new one in. Now, if I do multiple bad points, I hold Control Alt Z, hit Z while holding Control Alt, and then keep holding Control and Alt, and hit Z again, and it keeps going backwards. Or if you hold Control Shift Z, it will go forwards. Hit Z again. Hit Z again. Just a little tip. On the straighter sections, you don't need as many points. And now, to finish the outline, you need to hover over until you see, you need to hover over the first point you created until you see that little symbol right there, the little pen with the little circle next to it, and then click, and that completes the outline. And now what we need to do is hit Select, Feather 0, check Anti-Alias, New Selection, hit OK. That turns it into a selection. Now you select the layer you want to be masked. Now while your selection is still there, click the little mask icon down here, and now it's masked out. I'm going to delete that brightness contrast layer, and there you have it. I'm going to turn that off and on, off and on. Now, to make a better edge, what I like to do, I'm going to zoom way in here. See, this edge is way too hard, so what I'm going to do is double click on the mask right here. I'll bring up this dialog, and this is how I set the settings for my mask. You can just see what they are here. The only two settings I mess with are feather and then shift edge. Now, this is for my really high resolution camera. If your camera is lower resolution, you might want to change these two settings. But let's just set this to 0, and then I'll show you what shift edge does. So you can see if you put it all the way up, the mask moves out. If you put it in, it shrinks. So that's what that's doing. And then the feather, let's put that back to 0. And then the feather right here, this blurs the edge. Let me do a whole bunch just so you can see the effect. Oh, too much. So you can see how blurry the edge is versus 0, right? Blurry and solid. So I like to set it, for my camera, I like to set it to 1.2 and then shift edge to negative 60, but just experiment and see what works for you. Hit OK on the bottom, and that's it. Now you can move this around wherever you want. Delete that black background there. And that's all there is to it.